Amidst the uncharted corners of our world, where civilization fades into obscurity and the modern era meets the ancient, there exist tribes that defy imagination. These fearsome communities live by their laws, traditions, and beliefs. From the Korowai tribe, who believe that death is caused by evil demons, to the skeleton clan, whose genes carry the DNA of a third unknown human species, these tribes have mastered survival in the harshest environments imaginable. Join us on a journey filled with intrigue, danger, and spine-tingling encounters as we unmask 15 of the scariest tribes you don't want to meet. Number 15. The Skeleton Clan. Deep within the heart of Papua New Guinea's remote island, an inscrutable tribe known as the Skeleton Clan resides shrouded in mystery. These unique individuals possess a genetic code that puzzles scientists worldwide, as it contains DNA from an unknown third human species. The Skeleton Clan's distinct appearance adds to the intrigue. Their bodies appear to have undergone remarkable modifications to resemble skeletal figures. Their bones protrude prominently, creating a strange spectacle, while their eyes defy convention, gleaming with a vivid crimson hue. This tribe's unusual characteristics first drew the attention of intrepid explorers who ventured into their secluded domain. The Skeleton Clan stood out starkly against the backdrop of the indigenous population, their singular features sparking curiosity and bewilderment. However, initial contact with the tribe quickly turned perilous, leading to confrontations in which some explorers tragically lost their lives. Despite the dangers, the expedition yielded invaluable rewards and DNA samples from the clan. Upon rigorous analysis of these samples, scientists stumbled upon a perplexing revelation, an obscure gene lurking within their genetic makeup. This newfound gene casts a colossal shadow over the established understanding of human evolution, challenging the very roots of our species. The existence of this tribe poses an intriguing conundrum. Could they be the descendants of an entirely different, undiscovered species of human, reshaping the timeline of human evolution? Alternatively, does their presence suggest the possibility of an external origin, as if they were transplanted from a distant world? The existence of such puzzling human groups fuels the imagination, stirring thoughts of mythical creatures like King Kong or the elusive Bigfoot. Number 14. The Asmot People. The Asmot Tribe, residing in the remote mangrove islands of western New Guinea, is perhaps one of history's most infamous groups. With a population of nearly 65,000 people, they are spread across tiny villages, each housing approximately 2,000 residents. These Asmot individuals are renowned for their chilling reputation as both headhunters and cannibals, partaking in the consumption of human flesh and brains, and utilizing the skulls of their victims in various ceremonial practices. The Asmot people hold a deep reverence for their forested homeland, believing they originated from the woods, which they consider sacred. Amidst this wilderness, many ancient relics have been discovered, showcasing their remarkable craftsmanship. Detailed wooden statues and sculptures, once part of Asmot life, now find homes in museums around the globe. Their hunting and cannibalistic practices were far from random. They were driven by a belief in the transfer of power through names. The Asmot firmly held the conviction that by killing and consuming another person, they could acquire their strength and identity. A person could only bear a name after someone had passed away or after they had successfully hunted down their prey. Asmot children were not named until they had matured and accomplished their inaugural successful hunt, requiring knowledge of the victim's name before adopting it as their own. Their hunting expeditions typically involved assaults on enemy villages and, shockingly, even unsuspecting visitors. One remarkable incident is recounted in Carl Hoffman's book, The Savage Harvest, where he accused the tribe of killing and consuming Michelle C. Rockefeller in 1961. It's a story that could rival any Hollywood thriller. A fearsome tribe of cannibals, claiming the names of their victims and indulging in macabre feasts of their brains, all while using their skulls as unconventional pillows. Unquestionably, the Asmot tribe's notoriety was well-earned, and encountering them would be a daunting prospect for anyone. Number 13. The Mercy Tribe. Within the remote heart of Ethiopia, nestled along the borders of Kenya and South Sudan, resides a tribe that has earned the title of Africa's most formidable, the Mursi Tribe. While their reputation suggests danger and aggression, these isolated Ethiopian lands harbor a fascinating story that transcends mere notoriety. The Mursi Tribe boasts unique attributes that rival even Lady Gage's most extravagant fashion choices. It's the women of the tribe who truly stand out, adorning themselves with large lip plates and an assortment of ornaments that include cow horns, sticks, bones, berries, and even foliage. Their distinctive appearance makes them unrivaled stars among the 45 other tribes inhabiting the region, earning them coveted cover spots in popular travel magazines. This fame has drawn photographers and tourists from far and wide, all eager to capture a glimpse of the real Mursi Tribe. Remarkably, the Mursi people have capitalized on this curiosity. While their reputation may be that of armed men carrying AK-47s, primarily used for fending off hyenas or territorial disputes, they are also well prepared for the photography extravaganza. Along the roadsides, they've established tourist villages where women proudly showcase their lip plates, cattle horns, and other signature items, mirroring the magazine-perfect version of their culture. Aware that these are the sights tourists seek, the Mursi people have integrated tourism into their lives. Guides escorting visitors inform them that the Mursi expect compensation for each photograph taken, and they even offer lip plates and souvenirs for sale. Thus, a thriving tourism business has emerged from its unique features, allowing it to supplement its challenging nomadic existence. Life for the Mursi is undeniably tough, marked by the constant search for water during droughts and frequent territorial conflicts with other indigenous tribes. However, they've adeptly found a way to leverage their distinctive traits, transforming curious tourists into a source of income. Contrary to common belief, they don't wear lip plates and horns day in and day out. They don these adornments when cameras are in sight, seizing the opportunity to be featured in the pages of the next travel magazine. In the end, the Mursi tribe, once considered the most dangerous in Africa, has harnessed their uniqueness to create a symbiotic relationship with the world of tourism, turning their culture into both a source of pride and a source of income. Number 12. The Akunsu Tribe. The Akunsu Tribe, a group shrouded in obscurity, teeters on the brink of extinction, with just a mere quartet of individuals left to carry on their unique heritage. Hailing from Rondônia in Brazil, they converse in the rare Akunsu language, a linguistic treasure on the verge of being silenced forever. Once, their numbers thrived, but in the bleak 1980s, Brazilian cattle ranchers orchestrated a devastating massacre, nearly obliterating the tribe. The motivation behind this brutal attack stemmed from the ranchers' fear that official contact would lead to their ancestral forest being transformed into an indigenous reserve, closing off access to lucrative land for cattle grazing. For the Akunsu who survived this harrowing ordeal, life took on a simple rhythm. They reverted to their roots as hunter-gatherers, subsisting on the bounty of the land. In a bid to enhance their sustenance, they also dabbled in modest agriculture. The outside world's first official contact with them came in the late 1990s, revealing a grim reality. At that time, the Akunsu numbered a mere 7 members, comprising 2 men, 3 women, and 2 young girls. Tragedy struck in the year 2000 when a towering tree, seemingly from the very heart of the forest they cherished, crashed into one of their homes, claiming the life of the youngest girl. Subsequent heartache followed with the passing of the tribe's eldest member, then the shaman, who departed peacefully in his sleep. These sorrowful events cascaded, reducing the once thriving Akunsu tribe to its current count of just 4 souls. Number 11. The Asaro Mudmen. Not all tribes wield violence as their weapon of choice, and nestled within the New Guinea Islands, there exists a tribe that may appear fearsome but is, in fact, a beacon of peace. Meet the Asaro Mudmen. They are also known as the Halosa, which translates to ghost. These ingenious individuals have crafted a unique way to deal with potential adversaries, employing intimidation over aggression as their strategy. Imagine members of the Asaro tribe, covered head to toe in ghostly gray mud and adorned with strange mud masks that would give demons a run for their money. They move in a slow, deliberate procession, similar to a mystical dance, or as if they were possessed by otherworldly spirits. Each mudman carries a formidable array of weapons, including bows, spears, and clubs. Imagine encountering this procession deep within the heart of the jungle. It would be enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. The Asaro Mudmen adopted this unsettling appearance when they faced attacks from neighboring tribes. Astonishingly, their attackers were so frightened that they mistook the Mudmen for vengeful spirits, haunting them for the wrongs they had committed. Terrified, the attackers hastily retreated, and the Asaro realized they had stumbled upon an effective way to avoid war and deter potential foes. They've upheld this tradition ever since. The creation of the haunting masks is a meticulous craft, executed by skilled craftsmen who ensure each mask is unique and distinctive. Some feature menacing tusks, others boast vibrant shades of orange, and some even sport ominous fangs. But despite their spine-chilling appearance, the Mudmen are among the most amiable tribes you'll encounter. Their unique presence has garnered them global recognition, even making their way into the world of music, with Pink Floyd dedicating a song titled Mudmen to them. Moreover, they've made appearances in various movies, television shows, and documentaries. In a world where appearances can be deceiving, the Asaro Mudmen embody the idea that sometimes a fearsome facade can be the most peaceful shield. Number 10. The Moken Tribe. Nestled within the breathtaking Mergui archipelago, a cluster of 800 islands claimed by both Thailand and Burma, thrives a resilient community known as the Moken People. Experts trace their origins back to the heart of southern China approximately 6,000 years ago, before they embarked on a remarkable journey across various South Asian islands. Today, between 2,000 and 3,000 Moken individuals call these islands home. Their way of life reflects a harmonious blend of tradition and adaptation. The Moken have embraced a semi-nomadic existence, deeply intertwined with the sea. With about 1,500 men and an equal number of women, they share their tales and wisdom through a distinct Austronesian language known as Moken. Yet, their cherished culture faces a looming threat. The Moken population is dwindling, and their nomadic lifestyle presents constant challenges in the face of modern immigration and property laws. However, they have shown remarkable resilience, taking strides toward integration with modernity. Their children now attend mainstream schools where they are exposed to contemporary ideas and lifestyles. While some Moken residing on the Surin Islands adhere steadfastly to their time-honored traditions, others have ventured into a more contemporary lifestyle. The heart of their sustenance remains rooted in the bountiful flora and fauna that the archipelago offers. Armed with spears and nets, they skillfully navigate the intricacies of their natural surroundings. In recent years, a new chapter has unfolded in the Moken story. They have begun trading their foraged food for local market goods, showcasing their ability to adapt while preserving the essence of their unique heritage. The Moken, with their unwavering connection to the sea and the land, serve as proof of the enduring spirit of indigenous cultures in the face of modernity's relentless march. Number 9. Simbu Tribe. Within the rugged mountain terrain of the central highlands of Papua, New Guinea resides a fascinating community known as the Chimbu or Simbu people. Their name was bestowed upon them by early Australian explorers in the 1930s who overheard the locals exclaiming Simbu, a phrase denoting pleasant surprise in the Kumon language. In this challenging landscape, the Chimbu have fashioned their unique home. Unlike traditional villages, they create petite settlements characterized by oval houses with low thatched roofs, walls woven from flattened reeds and earthen floors. An intriguing aspect of their social structure is the separation of the sexes. The men reside together in communal houses, while the women, children, and their prized pigs inhabit separate dwellings. However, some Chimbu have embraced a more modern approach, with men and women cohabiting in certain cases. The Chimbu people may have few possessions, but their most treasured assets are their pigs. Pigs play a pivotal role in their culture, serving as a valuable commodity for various rituals and celebrations. Pigs are exchanged during death ceremonies and weddings, and as tokens of gratitude to women for giving birth. The pinnacle of their pig-related traditions is the Bugla Ingu, a grand pig-killing ceremony where hundreds or even thousands of pigs are slaughtered, cooked, and distributed. This elaborate ritual fosters intertribal relationships and solidifies bonds among the Chimbu people and neighboring tribes. In their humble yet captivating way of life, the Chimbu people exemplify the enduring flexibility of indigenous cultures, where tradition and modern influences harmoniously coexist amidst the breathtaking backdrop of the Central Highlands. Number 8. The Korowai Tribe. Living deep within the lush rainforests of Indonesia thrives the Korowai Tribe, an puzzling group whose way of life harks back to the dawn of civilization, persisting in near-complete isolation from modernity and technology. These resilient people, numbering around 3,000, continue to exist much as their ancestors did 10,000 years ago. The Korowai are living proof of a bygone era, often embodying the very image that might come to mind when envisioning a primitive tribe. They appear almost naked, armed with rudimentary bows and arrows, dwelling in colossal tree houses that loom amidst the verdant canopy. Their beliefs regarding death are equally intriguing and perplexing. They hold that death is brought about by an evil demon known as Kakuwa, who assumes the form of loved ones to deceive and claim victims. This belief underpins their customs, which include the ritualistic sacrifice of those suspected to be possessed by Kakuwa, with the flesh of the accused consumed as part of their ritualistic practices. For the longest time, the Korowai tribe remained shrouded in obscurity, hidden from the world's gaze. It wasn't until the 1970s that a group of intrepid researchers stumbled upon them deep within the jungle. This encounter marked not only the tribe's emergence into the global spotlight, but also the first time the Korowai people had ever encountered individuals with white skin, leading them to aptly dub these outsiders white ghosts. In an age dominated by the internet and artificial intelligence, it seems almost surreal that such a prehistoric community persists, seemingly untouched by the relentless march of time. Recent expeditions by daring explorers, such as a French adventurer, have provided glimpses into the lives of the Korowai, offering rare snapshots of their existence. While modernity swirls around them, the Korowai stand as living relics, proof of the enduring spirit of indigenous cultures. Though reports of cannibalism are less frequent today, their unique way of life remains flexible. Number 7. The Mashopiro Tribe. Hidden deep within the lush jungles of Manu National Park in Peru resides a tribe that has remained isolated and untouched by the outside world for centuries. Their recent emergence from seclusion has sparked growing concerns among the local government. These once uncontacted people are now tentatively reaching out to nearby villages, and the outcomes are anything but predictable. At times, their interactions hint at a curiosity for modernity, as they express interest in acquiring metal objects such as knives and pots. Yet on other occasions, they appear hostile, exemplified by a tragic incident where they fatally shot a 21-year-old fisherman with a lethal arrow. This unsettling pattern has led the Peruvian government to label the situation as precarious. Debate swirls around whether the Mashopiro tribe is genuinely intrigued by the prospect of making contact with the outside world, or if they find themselves thrust into these encounters against their will. This dilemma raises profound ethical questions about whether any contact should be initiated at all. Sudden contact with outsiders poses an existential threat to the tribe, as they lack immunity to foreign diseases, including recent ones like COVID-19. Occasionally, they encounter curious tourists who navigate the rivers, snap photographs, and offer gifts. However, authorities remain on edge, fearing that these interactions could turn violent at any moment. Understanding this uncanny tribe remains an arduous task, as there are limited means to communicate with them. Experts believe that, like many other indigenous tribes, the Mashopiro people likely harbor a curiosity about the outside world and its societies. However, the volatile nature of this process necessitates cautious handling, for the potential consequences can be catastrophic, not just for the tribe, but for the entire nation of Peru. Balancing the desire to learn about one another with the need for preservation is a delicate dance fraught with uncertainty, where missteps can have far-reaching repercussions. Number 6. Chuchi People. The Chuchi people are a fascinating community, also known as the Lara Wetland, inhabiting the remote northeastern reaches of Siberia in Russia. In the latter half of the 20th century, their population numbered around 14,000, divided into two principal groups, the reindeer Chuchi and the maritime Chuchi. Both groups share the Lara wetland language, but their ways of life are shaped by their distinct environments. The reindeer Chuchi find their sustenance in herding domesticated deer, utilizing these animals for transportation, milk, meat, and pelts. Their nomadic existence unfolds as they live in tents and follow the seasonal ebb and flow of pasture lands. They traverse the icy terrain on sledges, harnessed to either reindeer or loyal sledge dogs. In contrast, the maritime Chuchi thrive along the frigid shores, relying on the bounties of the sea for survival. Their livelihood centers on hunting sea mammals and fishing the icy waters. These resourceful individuals call fixed villages home, where their houses are fashioned from wooden frames and covered with insulating animal skins. They navigate the treacherous Arctic waters aboard boats, skillfully crafted to withstand the harsh conditions. Remarkably, despite their differing lifestyles, both groups share a common thread in their spiritual beliefs. They hold a profound belief in the presence of invisible spirits that permeate the world around them. These spirits serve as guardians and guides in their daily lives. Moreover, Chuchi communities conduct shamanistic ceremonies aimed at healing and divination, connecting with the spiritual realm to seek guidance and solace. These gatherings often culminate in festivals marked by elaborate sacrifices, proof of the enduring cultural heritage of the Chuchi people. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. It's time for today's discussion. In a forgotten corner of the Amazon rainforest, deep within the untouched heart of the wilderness, there lived a man unlike any other. The locals called him Xibalba, meaning the one from the underworld. A mysterious figure, his appearance sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to venture nearby. Xibalba's visage was a sight to behold, a living anatomical marvel. His entire skeletal structure was visible, as though he walked the earth stripped of flesh. Yet his posture was commanding, unyielding. He wore his uniqueness with a strange sense of pride. His eyes, a fiery shade of red, held secrets untold, hinting at an otherworldly origin. Whispers among the indigenous tribes spoke of his connection to ancient gods and celestial beings, but it was the accessories that truly set him apart. Adorned in relics from a bygone era, he carried the spirit of a primordial tribe. His neck was draped with intricate beadwork and bended iron reminiscent of a civilization lost to time. Local legends spun tales of Xibalba as a guardian of the rainforest, a protector of nature's secrets due to his appearance. He'd guide lost wanderers to safety, healing them with ancient remedies and mystical chants. Amidst the darkness, Xibalba lived as a living, breathing enigma, bridging the gap between the past and the present. Horrifying to some and fascinating to others, he remained proof for the mysteries of the Earth's uncharted depths, a living relic of a time long before our own. Number 5. The Night Marcher. Beware the Night Marchers, a tribe that strikes fear into the hearts of those who dare to encounter them. These spectral figures are the stuff of Hawaiian legend, and meeting them in the dead of night is a chilling prospect. According to Hawaiian mythology, they are the vengeful spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors. On the nights when the Hawaiian gods are honored or during the sacred nights of Kanaloa ceremonies, these apparitions are said to emerge from their resting places, rising from the depths of the ocean. In a haunting procession, they march toward the hallowed grounds of ancient Hawaiian battlefields and sacred sites. These ghostly warriors, as described in the myth, take on the appearance of average-sized figures, donned in battle attire, brandishing war drums and sounding conch shells. Clubs and spears are clutched tightly in their spectral hands. Strangely, they defy gravity, suspended above the ground and water, leaving no trace of their ephemeral presence. Their march begins under the cloak of darkness, persisting from sunset until just before the break of dawn. Yet there are strange exceptions. They may materialize during daylight hours when escorting a dying family member to the spirit world. Venturing to gaze upon these apparitions is not for the faint of heart. Legend warns that any mortal who defies this spectral parade and meets their gaze shall meet a violent and untimely demise. The Night Marchers, with their spectral drums, spectral weapons, and spectral purpose, remain an enduring and spine-tingling riddle in Hawaiian folklore, proof of the rich fabric of mythology that weaves through the islands. Number 4. Agory Tribe. The Agory People, a small and mysterious group hailing from Uttar Pradesh, India, march to the beat of their distinct drum. With a meager count of approximately 70 known members, they embark on a way of life that stands in stark contrast to our conventional customs, particularly when it comes to post-mortem rituals. In a world where most societies practice relatively simple funerals, the Agory people diverge radically. Instead of bidding farewell with solemnity, they embrace the ashes of cremation, smearing them onto their bodies as a testament to the cyclical nature of life and death. Human bones, once interred, find new life as skull cups and intricate pieces of jewelry. Central to their belief system is the conviction that these unconventional practices hold potent healing powers. Death, in their eyes, is not a dark specter to be feared, but a natural facet of the human journey. They seek to cleanse and purify, transferring health to those ailing in a transformative healing process. Pollution is drawn away from the afflicted, like a dark shadow dissipating in the presence of dawn. Yet, these beliefs and practices have earned the Agory people a reputation among outsiders and tourists, veiled in suspicion and misunderstanding. Critics deem their lifestyles detrimental to Indian youth, labeling them as uncivilized and similar to animals. Such judgments, however, do not sway the Agory, for their life's purpose isn't to appease the expectations of others. Despite their relative prevalence throughout India, Nepal, and pockets of Southeast Asia, the Agory remain an elusive sect. Their desire for notoriety or social recognition is virtually non-existent. They continue to embrace their unique path, standing resolutely apart from the mainstream, an enigmatic and enduring thread in the rich fabric of human diversity. Number 3. The cargo cult. The cargo cult, a phenomenon as fascinating as it is unusual, centers on primitive societies viewing goods and cargo from the first world as spiritual offerings. Among these, the island of Tanna in Vanuatu serves as a prime example, a place where the legacy of this cult endures. During World War II, American GIs were stationed on Fate, a nearby island, and their presence sparked a transformation in the local mindset. The indigenous people, yearning to break free from the grip of European colonization, felt empowered as they witnessed Black American soldiers presiding over the arrival of precious cargo. It was from such instances that religious movements were born. One of the most renowned among them is the John Frum movement. In the heart of this cult, an American serviceman named John Frum is venerated. He had proclaimed himself as John from America, and today, the faithful mark their devotion every February 15th, a day christened John Frum Day. This celebration involves a curious amalgamation of customs. Men paint the letters USA on their chests, hoist the American flag, and engage in a unique spectacle of military drills interspersed with dance. Adding to the intrigue, they fashion World War II airplanes out of grass and create makeshift landing strips in the fervent hope that John Frum will return, bearing more precious cargo. Nearby, another tribe offers their devotion to a different figure, the now-deceased Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. In their belief system, he is revered as a divine being. These contrasting worlds, separated by time and culture, evoke wonderment. For us, it might seem bewildering to imagine encountering these tribes with their ancient customs, but the feeling may be mutual. They too might regard us with a mix of curiosity and perhaps trepidation, witnessing our modern technology and strange attire. The human experience is indeed a fabric woven with diverse threads, each offering a unique perspective on the world. Number 2. The Suri Tribe. The Suri Tribe, nestled in the southwestern expanse of Ethiopia, is renowned for its fierce rituals and extraordinary reverence for cattle. In Suri's world, cattle symbolize wealth and status, often sparking intense disputes among clans vying for ownership. This deep-rooted tradition is a cornerstone of their way of life. Within the Suri community, women take charge of households, and they are distinguished by their lip plates, similar to the Mercy tribe we encountered earlier. Every Suri woman must undergo the painful process of stretching their lower lip to accommodate a plate. The size of this lip plate holds significance, as it determines the number of cattle her family receives upon her marriage. On the flip side, Suri men devote their early years to nurturing at least one cattle, bearing the responsibility of naming the animal they care for. As they mature, they engage in grueling stick fight competitions, a rite of passage qualifying them for marriage. Before tying the knot, each man must amass a minimum number of cattle, which he then bestows upon the bride's family. Adding to their remarkable customs, the Suri undergo scarification rituals, etching patterns into their skin that symbolize various life events, such as the number of adversaries defeated or other personal meanings. The Suri's affinity for cattle knows no bounds. They refrain from slaughtering them for meat, instead relying on these animals for milk and, surprisingly, harvesting their blood monthly. When a beloved bovine companion passes away, the Suri mourn their loss and even engage in life-and-death battles to protect their herds from rival tribes. The Suri tribe's relationship with cattle is unparalleled, elevating their love for beef to an extraordinary level. This unique blend of traditions and rituals paints a captivating portrait of a community deeply intertwined with their environment and the creatures that sustain them. Number 1. The Sentinel Tribe. The Sentinelese tribe, residing on the remote North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean, stands as the epitome of isolation from the modern world. Their unwavering stance against any outside contact is clear. They fiercely defend their territory, responding with arrows to any encroachment. For millennia, they've remained cocooned from the march of progress and the allure of modern prosperity. In a word, they appear primitive, their attire comprised of animal skins and foliage, their abodes humble huts, and their sustenance drawn from the island's bounty of fruits, wildlife, and fish. Numerous attempts to initiate contact have been met with resolute resistance. Ships laden with gifts have been dispatched, only to face volleys of arrows launched from the island's shores. In 2018, tragedy struck when an American man ventured too close, falling victim to the Sentinelese fierce defense. A couple of Indian fishermen met a similar fate in the not-so-distant past. Even aerial surveys conducted by helicopters were met with vehement disapproval. The Sentinelese made it unequivocally clear that trespassers were unwelcome, and any incursion was met with stern defiance. Nonetheless, the survey footage provided a rare glimpse into their thriving society, where children played and pregnant women were spotted. Like other uncontacted tribes, the Sentinelese remain vulnerable to outside diseases. Therefore, some argue that the best course of action is to respect their isolation, allowing them to persist as a living relic of what humanity might once have been. Their pristine existence, untouched by the complexities of the modern world, serves as proof of the incredible diversity of human cultures and the resilience of those who choose to chart their unique course through history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.